The United States Department of Justice is demanding that Prince Andrew be handed over to face questions over his links to Jeffrey Epstein. America's Department of Justice has formally told the government that the Duke of York is now part of a criminal investigation, according to The Sun. They add that the Duke, 60 years old, has strongly denied any wrongdoing but has not faced questions from U.S. prosecutors. Now the U.S. appears to have bypassed Buckingham Palace by filing a mutual legal assistance request to the Home Office last month, the newspaper claimed. Such requests are only used in criminal cases under a legal treaty with the UK. That could force the royal to appear as a witness in a UK court within months, either voluntarily or by being summoned from the United States Department of Justice. A source told The Sun it's a huge statement of intent from the US, and it moves Andrew into the realms of a criminal investigation. The Justice Department does not make a request of this nature lightly, especially one involving a senior member of the British royal family. It puts the UK government in a very difficult position, and the Duke of York even more so. Interesting, this follows a major announcement just late last month from Prince Andrew, where he stated that he was permanently retiring from royal life over his links to the Epstein scandal. I previously reported on this related update back in March of this year, explaining how the Queen recently hired Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's former head of communications, who also used to work for Hillary Clinton and John Podesta. Sarah Latham, this public relations expert who was just hired by the Queen after she was let go by Harry and Meghan, previously worked for Bill Clinton in the White House, another friend of Jeffrey Epstein's. This could be even more notable as it was also discovered that Sarah Latham's name is included in Jeffrey Epstein's book of contacts under Doug Band's name, a close friend of Bill Clinton. Doug Band flew on Jeffrey Epstein's private plane with Bill Clinton several times. Last fall, it was reported that Hillary Clinton secretly met up with Meghan Markle. Vanity Fair explains while Latham was working for Meghan and Harry, she helped them navigate a particularly complicated year and reportedly set up a meeting between Meghan and Hillary Clinton last fall. Sarah Latham was Hillary Clinton's senior campaign advisor. She also served as chief of staff to John Podesta, the chairman of Clinton's campaign. Then in May, a former member of Parliament criticized Harry and Meghan for running up a $53 million taxpayer bill over a period of just 2 years. Sarah Latham's salary is included as one of these big expenses. Quote here reads, until March 31st, when they ceased to be working royals, the team of up to 15 included a private secretary who can earn a salary of $177,000 a year, PR director Sarah Latham, and a full team of servants, including a housekeeper. So again, interesting timing that the Queen has just recently hired Sarah Latham, John Podesta's friend, who we know is included in Epstein's Black Book. As for the latest news on Prince Andrew, the Daily Mail explains further that Andrew could have to address accusations against him under oath, according to The Sun, after the U.S. Department of Justice reportedly filed this mutual legal assistance request to the UK Home Office. They reiterate how MLA requests are only used in criminal cases under a legal treaty with the UK. The order could require Andrew to appear in a UK court as a witness within the next few months. Representatives for Prince Andrew issued no comment when approached about the matter. However, a source close to the Duke's legal team said, quote, legal discussions with the DOJ are subject to strict confidentiality rules as set out in their own guidelines. We have chosen to abide by both the letter and the spirit of these rules, which is why we have made no comment about anything related to the DOJ during the course of this year. We believe in playing straight bat. It's understood that the MLA was formally filed last month, which, if granted, would leave U.S. prosecutors with two options. Firstly, the Duke of York could be asked to volunteer to be interviewed and issue investigators a signed statement, typically used only for witnesses to crimes. Crucially, neither the interview nor the written statement would be made under oath. But secondly, U.S. prosecutors who've previously voiced frustration about Andrew's lack of cooperation in the probe so far could ask the Duke to appear at London's City of Westminster Magistrates Court to provide oral or written evidence, which would be issued under oath. Should Prince Andrew refuse, he may be forced to attend in person by summons, where Department of Justice lawyers would be able to quiz him directly. If U.S. prosecutors wanted to extradite Andrew, they would have to obtain an arrest warrant or a grand jury indictment to make a request to the UK. Article from the Daily Mail continues, pointing out how, unlike his mother, Prince Andrew does not have diplomatic immunity from prosecution. However, any evidence provided by Andrew may be held in camera, meaning the session would be private, with press and members of the public barred from attending. Moreover, the Duke would also retain the right to plead the fifth and stay silent. However, legal experts have already warned that any decision to do so could dramatically backfire. One quote here reads, "While the Prince would retain the right to decline to testify under the Fifth Amendment to the United States Constitution, the impact on his already diminished reputation would be considerable, and an adverse inference could be drawn against him in the related civil litigations, leading to a possible default judgment." Former federal prosecutor Evan T. Barr wrote in the New York Law Journal last month. Barr suggested that Andrew's safest approach is to hunker down in the UK. Finally, they do point out that 5 of Epstein's accusers have reportedly told prosecutors that they also want to give evidence against Prince Andrew, with pretrial witness subpoenas having already been prepared. Those subpoenas could be served on Prince Andrew should he ever travel to the US. They again remind us how back in January, the head of the ongoing criminal probe into Epstein and his enablers claimed that Andrew had refused to help an FBI investigation. In an excoriating attack, he said it's fair for people to know whether Prince Andrew has followed through with that public commitment. To date, Prince Andrew has provided zero cooperation. A few days later, the Duke was reported to be angry and bewildered at the claims by the U.S. authorities. And one more final related update. It was just reported that Prince Andrew will be allowed to keep his bodyguards costing over £300,000 a year after the Queen intervened at the last minute. Prince Andrew was supposed to lose his bodyguards last Monday until the Queen allegedly asked her aides to reverse the decision. This news coming just after Andrew put one of his luxury properties on the market for £18 million, while he is being sued over a £6.7 million debt. Please leave a comment and tell me what you think about this latest update. If you could give this video a thumbs up, click the like button, that's greatly appreciated, and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. I've also been getting many comments saying that YouTube has not been sending out notifications on these videos. This is intentional, I'm sure. Maybe another reason to find me over on Twitter. @RealityReader is my name over on Twitter. And a big thank you again, everybody who has supported the channel over at Patreon or PayPal. Even a few dollars makes a huge difference, helps me keep talking about these issues. Patreon.com/RealityReader or paypal.me/realityreader. You can find either link down in the video description where you can support this channel directly. I will follow up soon. Thanks again.